Happy Halloween! How much are you spending this holiday? You may be surprised to see how much money people pay for costumes and candy.
Plus, we'll learn more about Dia de los Muertos and what the holiday means for the millions who celebrate.
Happy Halloween. Hope I didn't scare you. I know my costume is particularly terrifying. I am live at the USC Village where the Halloween celebrations are just getting started.
October 31st is a date circled on the calendar for people young and old. Hi, I'm Payton May.
And I'm Jason Good. Tonight we're focusing on Halloween and two cultural holidays important to people around the world.
We have reporters live at Halloween festivities in the USC Village and in West Hollywood. First, let's go to See It Live's Amelia Paz in the Village.
Thank you, Peyton. I'm here live at the Great Lawn at USC Village, where the USC Hellenes and Trojan Knights have teamed up to throw a Halloween celebration for community and students. You may know that the USC Hellenes and the Trojan Knights are USC's unofficial hosts. You may have seen them around campus, protecting our statues from the UCLA Bruins, but they are here tonight not only to spread the spirit of Troy, but also to spread the Halloween spirit. Some of the events going on and activities are happening. There is live music, face painting. You can even pet some puppies, I hear. But the Hellenes are particularly excited because this event is a great way to engage with the community.
It's just super fun being able to engage with everyone who lives outside of the USC community, because that's something that we don't really get a glimpse of often. So just being able to see the kids in their costumes and plan the activities with them and just do little things with them, it's very heartwarming for sure.
Whether you are attending events like this one or you are relaxing at home watching a horror movie, I hope you have a fun and safe Halloween. For Annenberg Media, I'm Amelia Paz.
Well, we saw how USC is celebrating, but our reporter Gianmarco Velasquez is standing by at Los Angeles' biggest party of the year in West Hollywood. What's the vibe over there, Jean?
Well, the vibes sure are spooky here on Santa Monica Boulevard in the heart of the West Hollywood Halloween Parade. People are out with their costumes, ready to have festivities, and overall have a good time during the night. Now, the West Hollywood Halloween Parade has been going on since 1987, and it is the largest here in Los Angeles. We spoke to some attendees about what they're looking forward to the most here at the parade.
Everyone who does it, they're always so nice to each other. They're always so appreciative of each other's work, of each other's creative efforts. They're just out here having a good time, chilling. Everything's cool, everyone's cool. Don't eat too much candy. Hydrate, stay hydrated. If you're gonna drink tonight, stay hydrated in between drinks and have fun.
We just come every year for 15 years, having a great time. Sorry I don't have the accent, but I do know Booyakasha. But this be my main man that can speak a little like Sylvester here and there. But we have a great time here, super fun.
Now, people have been bringing out their best costumes, working super hard, and it's looking like people worked really hard for these. And one of these people is Denise. Denise, tell me about your costume. How long did it take you to develop this?
I don't know. We started off little by little, about maybe 2 weeks before Halloween, and we just love it. We love to come out here every year. We try our hardest to come out.
Absolutely. And what makes this particular festival, this carnival, so exciting and so worth it for you guys to come out?
You know what? Just LA, period. Santa Monica, just the Hollywood vibe, just everything about LA. Everybody has been winning so far. Go Dodgers!
Absolutely. Is there anything you're looking forward to the most? Maybe it's a show, maybe it's a costume.
Just seeing exotic costumes. Just seeing costumes because they make them and they do. Everything is so homemade sometimes. So it's just fun. We have a lot of fun every year.
Well, thank you so much. And also, you have a roommate too.
Yes.
Eric.
Hey, how you doing, bro?
What are you dressed up as? This is a really spooky costume.
Not really. It's just something that I threw on as well. It's like the Plague Doctor mixed with the cyberpunk or whatever may call it type of feel.
Why do you like this parade so much? What makes it so special for you?
This is my first time being here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
What brought you out here?
Just to try something new. Yeah, just to try something new.
And you know, is Halloween a holiday you like a lot? Is it something that you really like?
Oh, dude, underneath this mask is a mask. So I'm year-round Halloween, dude.
Awesome,
Yeah,
man.
I'm year-round.
And the festivities will continue throughout the night. This is a really, really poppin' area. The lights are on, the costumes are flashing, and the trick-or-treating also will continue to go on. Well, I'm live.
It may surprise you to learn that Americans spend billions on Halloween each year. In what may be a sign of the economic times, we're expected to spend less this year. The National Retail Federation says 72% of Americans celebrate Halloween. They're spending their money on costumes, candy, and decorations. The most popular costumes, witches and vampires.
Total Halloween spending this year is expected to reach $11.6 billion, second only to last year's record of $12.2 billion. Discount stores remain the most popular Halloween destination, but shoppers will also be heading out to specialty Halloween or costume stores, or of course, browsing or buying online.
Experts say some popular costumes each year are inspired by the latest movies and TV shows. This year, Beetlejuice made the top 10 list for adults.
Remember those angel wings you bought 2 years ago? What are the odds they ended up in the landfill? Turns out used costumes may be the scariest part of Halloween. According to an environmental nonprofit, 83% of costumes are made of non-recyclable oil-based plastics. 7 million costumes are thrown away each year, along with candy wrappers and pumpkins. USC students shared their thoughts on single-use costumes.
I wanted to make sure I had something that I could always reuse, and a button-up and slacks, I feel like I can always just use that. So I know that I'm not wasting money or materials like clothes and fabric on something I'm only gonna wear once.
Like for a lot of people, it's kind of a unconscious decision to be sustainable. At the same time, I also know a lot of people who spend hundreds of dollars on Amazon buying different costumes, and oftentimes
I think the whole idea of just going and buying a costume instead of just trying to innovate and improvise with some old clothes and do something would be a big improvement. You could recycle them in the sense like hopefully there is some way by which there can be like a second use of these things, or maybe just rent it.
If you haven't found a costume yet, take a look in your own closet or in one of your friends. Once you do have a costume, think about donating it or holding on to it for future use.
Well, some Trojans may have already started celebrating spooky season. Others are gearing up for a long weekend of parties and social events. But how can Trojans celebrate safely? We spoke to the president of the USC Interfraternity Council for some tips and tricks they say will lead to a successful Halloween weekend. Their advice: stay in groups. If you're drinking, stay hydrated and make sure to eat. It's also a good idea to know where the nearest DPS officer is. The president of USC Taco has more tips to help you stay safe.
Students need to be wary of the types of drugs they take and where they get it from. And so our general rule of thumb is like, if you take a drug that's not from a pharmacy, you should always test it for fentanyl, just because nowadays there are a lot of drugs on the street that are laced with fentanyl and can lead to overdose.
If you'd like to pick up free Narcan or fentanyl test strips, Taco will be handing them out on the corner of West 28th Street and University Avenue tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Well, people are celebrating more than just Halloween. The Hindu Festival of Lights is currently underway, and we'll show you how you can celebrate. We'll explore some of the ofrendas that's celebrating Dia de los Muertos, including one located inside our very own media center.
And do you like candy? We'll introduce you to a class this semester teaching students how it's made.
In historic downtown LA, colorful altars and installations have taken over Olvera Street. The 9-day Dia de los Muertos festival is the only one of its kind in the city, complete with food, entertainment, and nightly processions. Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead, is a traditional Latin American holiday celebrating friends and family members who have passed away. It's often celebrated with ofrendas, like the one behind me, which are decorated altars built to honor the lives of the deceased. An Annenberg professor explained the significance of Annenberg Media Center's ofrenda.
It feels so good to share part of our culture and the way that our society looks at things and share that with students who maybe have never experienced that. So anytime a student asks, anytime a student stops and kind of like takes a look at it, it's really great for us because we feel it's a bridge. It's some sort of connection to our community. And even if one student learns, I think that's really goes a long way to connect with other students.
In Grand Park,
I'm here today because I think it's important that we honor the culture that is part of Los Angeles area. I think it's a very respectful way of thinking about the people who have done so much for the world, that have come before us, and that continue to do so much for all the things we have going on in the world today.
Dia de los Muertos events are happening throughout the weekend in LA. The Olvera Street Festival begins tonight and runs through November 3rd. The Los Angeles Community Hospital and Civic Center are hosting events tomorrow and Saturday. Students can also celebrate at UCLA and USC on November 2nd and 3rd.
For many in the Latina community, the Day of the Dead is an important and historic tradition. USC student and Annenberg Media's DMLO journalist, Brian Nicholas, is joining us live in the studio to share more about the significance of this holiday. Brian, thanks for being here.
Yeah, I'm great to be here.
So Brian, can you tell me how you approached this story?
So the idea of the story was I wanted to write about Day of the Dead, and especially here at USC, I felt like it would be an impactful story to share to other students about this story, so that's why I chose to write it.
Mm-hmm. And then were there any unexpected, refreshing, or interesting things that you learned over the course of writing the story?
I mean, when I did lit interviews and when I wrote the story, I learned a lot of other students' input. I learned some students who don't celebrate it. They told me why is it still important to recognize this cultural tradition and the heritage to it. And students who do celebrate it, it was really cool to hear how they celebrate it from their own homes with their families. So I thought that was a really impactful way to just learn about these stories.
Yeah, and then what can USC what should USC students know about this tradition?
I feel they should learn about the different elements that Day of the Dead brings. So if, for example, the ofrenda, the altar, what it represents and what it means. So I think that's a takeaway that I would say for USC students.
And then are you looking forward to seeing more Day of the Dead celebrations this coming weekend?
I am. For an event here at USC, the student unit, La Casa, is actually doing an event tomorrow about Day of the Dead. So I feel I will attend it and just learn more about what they're gonna show and what students are just gonna learn from it. So I think that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And be sure to check out Brian's full article. It's out now today.
Yeah,
so you can read it on any of your favorite devices, anywhere you enjoy DMLO on annenbergmedia.com. Just read that DMLO article.
Diwali, known as the Festival of Lights, started on October 29th. It marks the start of the new year in the Hindu calendar, and it's celebrated across India for 5 days. For the past couple days, celebrations have included fireworks shows, people decorating their homes with lights, and spending time with family. We spoke with the president of USC's Association of Indian Students about the importance of the holiday.
Diwali is one of the most auspicious festivals back in India. The entire country celebrates the festival. Everyone who is celebrating Diwali always has diyas lit up in their homes. They're like candles. And we just have lights everywhere. We have firecrackers going on. This festival is like a 5-day festival. So all the 5 days we just celebrate and have fun with our friends and family.
Last year, Diwali fell around mid-November. The AIS, alongside the Hindu Student Organization, is hosting their annual Diwali celebration with song and dance performances this Sunday at 6:30 p.m. in the RTCC Ballroom. But they're not the only on-campus group celebrating Diwali. The South Asian Business Association will have their celebration tomorrow at 7 p.m. in DTLA. And looking further down the calendar, the Southern California Indo-Americans will hold their celebration next Saturday at LA Live. At USC's Viterbi School of Engineering, Professor Ayal Ben Yosef teaches chemical engineering with a unique method, candy making. He joins us now via Zoom to tell us more about his class. Thank you so much for being here with us, Ayal. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well.
Good.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So tell me a little bit about this candy making class.
So the course name is Confectionery Manufacturing Science and Technology, and we are reviewing the manufacturing processes of making candies. I spent 25 years in the industry. I retired, and now I'm teaching in USC. And I try to bring what I learned in the industry to the students who have pretty good knowledge of the theory, but now we put the theory into practice.
Wow. So tell me, is this edible candy? Are you eating what your students are making?
Of course, we are tasting it. It's part of the job. You need to taste it and make sure it came as it should. If not, we'll run another trial.
That makes sense.
Yeah, we were able to get a new space in the department where we can do it very clean and very nice, and it's apart from the chemical lab, and yeah, it's 100% edible.
Wow. And do you have a favorite candy yourself that you either like to make or that you like to eat? I'll let you choose between those.
Well, my favorite candy is ice cream. We don't make ice cream, but we do make marshmallows. I think all the students really like to make marshmallow and nougat, but we do make many other different candies. So it's really fun.
Wow. Wow, thank you so much. That sounds absolutely amazing. I myself am not an engineering student, but I'm very jealous. This sounds like an awesome class. CHE 499, or Confectionery Manufacturing, will be offered to students again during the spring semester. More information can be found at viterbischool.usc.edu. Okay, so you look a little bit different since the last time that we saw you, Jason.
Yeah, I'm just a Bill, and this is the surprise that we hinted at earlier. With this being our last show before the election, I thought get in the election theme, and even though you can't in California or anywhere vote for bills, you can vote for propositions. So I thought it was reminiscent of our Schoolhouse Rock days.
Absolutely. Well, I'm feeling a little out costume now. I thought we had an agreement that we weren't going to dress up.
Yeah, I thought I'll let Payton and Amelia steal the stage the first half of the show, and then I'd bring it home at the end.
Well, you look great. I love the election spirit. And speaking of that, we have a few USC students.
That's true. USC students are getting excited for Halloween, and they're ready to show off their costumes tonight. Here's what just a few people around campus are dressing up as.
Tonight, I'm being Queen of Hearts. We're doing Alice in Wonderland.
Last night, me and my friend Chloe were like sirens, like not like mermaids, like sirens, but like whatever that means.
Today, I tried wearing orange for Halloween, but I'm gonna dress up as Kim Possible as my full costume.
Me and my friends are being minions for Halloween.
For Halloween, I have 3 costumes. I'm dressing up as Mima from Perfect Blue, an Angel, which is basic, and Draculaura from Monster High.
I'm going to be Marshall from Adventure Time for Halloween. I'm dressed up as a Trojan for Halloween.
Now that you've seen it live, it's time for you to see it later in our news segment about what's going on after the show. Halloween might be tonight, but Hallow Weekend, well, that's until Sunday. If you're looking into to celebrate, you're in luck. West Hollywood is holding a Halloween carnival tonight until 11 p.m. If you get bored of the carnival, you can walk on over to the famous Troubadour for their Halloween party. And tomorrow, A Wall of Sound, a Grateful Dead cover band, is holding a costume party themed concert at 8 p.m. in Venice. Thanks for watching See It Live. From everyone at Annenberg Media, I'm Just a Bill.
And I'm Payton May. For more coverage, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. We will see you next time. Good night and
Happy Halloween!